Do you struggle with balls that bounce too high, too low, or land at awkward heights? Different ball heights require different techniques, and most players never learn how to adjust properly. In this video, Canadian national champion Luka Vukovic reveals the key adjustments you need to make for high, medium, and low balls so you can strike the ball with confidence, consistency, and power from any height.
What the? What? How do I hit that?
Couple more. Struggling a lot with these heights. It's not easy. Good, 2 more. There we go. There's an easy one for you. Tougher one.
What?
Okay.
This,
How'd that feel there?
not okay. Also, I feel so stupid.
So you're not gonna know where the ball is going when I'm hitting the ball. It's the biggest thing that you're struggling with is learning the height.
One is I don't fully know where the ball's gonna go. Second is like, even if I do know, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, it looks kind of just unorganized, right?
Yes.
Like it looks like you're trying to hit the ball, but you don't know when.
Like these high ones that are coming, I'm like trying to hit it underhand, but really high.
Underhand, overhand. Right? It doesn't look exactly like you can judge those well, or when to hit it and what your swing looks like. When we want to hit the ball is called the peak of the bounce. So the peak of the bounce is we let the ball rise to the highest part. So the ball jumps and rises to the highest part. So a peak of the bounce shot will look like when it's coming up, I'm gonna hit it between my knee and my shoulder around my hip height. So this is peak of the bounce. So there was a couple ones where you were moving up, right, in the court, and you were hitting, but the ball's already all the way down. So what happens when the ball is dropping? It's very difficult to hit much power, right? Because you have to swing really low upwards, right? That low to high swing. So low to high swing is a little slower, as you noticed. Right? This is a fully topspin ball. If you don't swing low to high, the ball is going to land in the net, right? Because the net's at a certain height, and this way you got to brush up. So that's one big one that I noticed is you're hitting these dropping ones and you're not hitting them low to high. You're just going straight on. So the ball's already dropping down and you're going straight on.
And then it just goes into the net?
It goes in the net. There was a couple mistakes in the net. Ideally, you don't want to let the ball drop. Okay. So this is one of the biggest mistakes when we're starting to play tennis is we let the ball drop too much when the ball is short. A short ball is a ball to take advantage of. We don't want to necessarily let it come down. We're trying to move up into the ball. So let's try and do this drill again, where you hit a little more peak of the bounce, a little less dropping. You tell me if it drops, you say red. If it's peak of the bounce, say yellow.
Like after every shot, I call it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
After every shot, you tell me if it's good or bad.
Why do we have no green?
There's going to be green. There's going to be green in a second.
I only get red and yellow?
For now, just red, yellow.
Okay, I'll call on everyone. Highest contact point. It's going to be hard.
So we want to let the ball come up a little bit, but we don't want to drop. So we got to make sure our feet are moving, reacting to these shots as well. Oh, that's better. There we go. So let it come up, go in. Good. Give you a few high ones. It's a little more tricky. Here's a short one. Good, you didn't let it drop. I like it. I gotta hear red, yellow.
Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Couple red, yellows.
Yellow.
Good.
Yellow.
Good, 2 more.
Yellow.
Good, here's a short one.
Yellow.
Did that feel a little different there in terms of you judging the ball?
It feels like I have more time to swing.
Which is what we want. A common mistake we make as beginners is we're consistently rushing into the ball or letting it come down. So if we do that, it's very difficult to time the ball. And tennis is almost all timing. So the timing that we talk about, the peak of the bounce, is right near our hip.
The peak of the bounce is yellow. What's my green?
So green is going to be what we call on the rise. Okay. So when the ball is really high, right? Those high ones you struggled with a bit. You're like, I don't know when to hit it. Yes. So it's really difficult it's really difficult to hit it when the ball's pushing you back. So there was a few of them where I hit it high and you were hitting, letting the ball coming and you're backing up, right? We don't really want to do that in tennis. Okay. That's a big mistake. We back up and we're in a very defensive position. So the high ball, it's important that we shorten up our swing and we're kind of standing right next to the ball. So we don't want to be far away behind. We're right next to the ball and our swing path will not be as long because it's difficult to time this shot. So our swing path is a little bit shorter, as you can see, and I'm trying to hit in front.
Is it still gonna be at the yellow height, or it's gonna be higher?
It's gonna be actually a little bit lower, because as soon as the ball bounces, you're gonna hit it. So now you're rushing the bounce. So this one, it's a high risk, high reward shot. We don't wanna hit this shot much. This is only when the ball is high. So if the ball is high and we let it come down and we hit peak or low, not ideal. We're trying to hit it on the rise.
Wait, so just to clarify, red is when it's already bounced and then it's landing again. I see.
And then we're hitting.
So this one's earlier.
This one's earlier. So this one's as soon as the ball bounces, I'm gonna hit it. So the ball bounces, short swing, I'm going on the rise. Short swing, on the rise. Good. Throw me one more deep one. Try to push me back. I'm not gonna let it play me. I'm gonna go a short swing. I didn't time it great. Maybe one more. As you can see, even I mistimed that one. The timing is really tough on this one. So one more deep one. I'm gonna go short. So as you saw, right, like my backswing's super short because the main reason is it's super hard to time, right? As you see.
Why would I want to do this if it's so hard?
It's hard, but it can be very rewarding. So it's like if that ball's high, if we're already moving backwards, the better we get, the less we want to do that because we're giving up court space and we're already in a bad position moving backwards. So this way, we're giving up no court, but we're taking a risk. But if we shorten our swing, we can time it.
So moving back is always bad. You lose your balance, you can't hit while running back. But moving forward, you can hit.
Moving forward, you can hit, and like it goes to what we talked about earlier, right? Our body weight. So when you have that body weight going into the ball, you notice, was there more power or less?
Always more power.
Always more power. Like when you're putting yourself in versus just letting the ball play you, there's way less power letting it play you. So let's try a few. I'm gonna give you this high ball. Try to just be very short. I'm just gonna throw to your forehand.
This sounds so tough. And I've just started playing tennis. This is like the second time we're filming videos here. So if I can do it, then you can probably do it too. Okay.
Okay, so this is just called on the rise here.
Okay, on the rise.
Take it earlier. Good
I'm
try,
scared.
good try.
Okay.
I like that for short swing. Sideways to the ball, be next to the ball. Good, that's better. Be next to it.
I'm still letting it come too high, right?
You're letting it come a little too high. So as soon as the ball bounces, you want to be next to it. As soon as it bounces, you're almost hitting it.
And I'm looking at around this hip height?
Around the hip height, and it's important that you're next to it, right? So see how I was next to the ball? I was in this position. Right now, you're kind of straight onto the ball and you're running in using our hands. So it's super important to be next to the ball. Early. That's okay, that's okay. Here we go. Be next to it. A little better. Shorten up your swing. Good,
Okay,
that's the idea. Try to shorten it. Good. Short, hit. Try to go short and just go in front. In front.
In front? Short?
Short.
In front.
Yes, that's the idea.
Okay. Short?
Hit short, in front.
In front.
One more.
Short? In front.
Okay, there we go.
That's lucky. This is so hard.
We don't want to use that one too much unless the ball is really high. That's why I'm saying this shot will rarely happen, but if we can master it on the high balls, we won't struggle on them. Okay. So let's try again, where we're just gonna hit mostly yellow. If the ball is super high, try to do it on the rise one. Okay.
Not easy. And you want me to call it out?
Yep, let's go red, yellow, green. So green is on the rise, yellow is perfect at the peak, red is when it drops.
Got it.
If you're finding the video useful, hit like and subscribe. Click on our playlist to watch your favorite videos back to back and join our YouTube membership to support our channel. Everything's in the description down below. Now back to the video.
Yellow.
Okay, good. How was that at the end? How'd that feel for you?
I get it, but I can't do it.
Yeah, it's still it takes a little bit of time. You were doing it at the peak better. It's just gotta be a mindset that you're a little bit more waiting for the ball to come and rise. It's important that we wait. A big tendency when we're starting to play tennis, we see the ball and we rush. Right. We rush, so we let the ball drop, we're hitting too early or we're letting it drop. So it's the judging of the ball became a lot better there. It didn't feel yet like you were hitting at the perfect heights, but I saw you were judging the ball. You were hitting most of your balls around your waist height, which is ideal.
Right now, my positioning is better in terms of I can get all the balls.
Yeah.
One thing that I'm not implying enough is also the timing of my swing with the different heights.
Exactly. So I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Because it's very important that he's judging the ball very well now. So that's one thing. But we got to now add the movement with our upper body and our swing, right? So it's important that we don't wait we don't wait with our rackets for the swing. It's important that we get our racket back as soon as someone hits the ball. We're starting our preparation back. So when the ball's landed, we already want to be back here and just going to meet the ball. Right now, the ball's landing. Do you feel like you're prepared enough?
I'm not preparing my swing at all. I'm in this position. I was so focused on position, and then I'm just...
Then you're doing it last second, and then what's happening? How does the timing feel?
Well, you just get jammed.
You get jammed, so your timing feels late, right? So now we're gonna add, as soon as I feed the ball, we're judging, trying to hit at the peak again. The first thing we do, we prepare our racket back as soon as I start the feed. When the ball bounces, we're separated with our left and right on our forehand, and we're going to meet the ball as soon as it bounces. So we don't wait.
Okay, so in terms of my, like if I were to call out a cue of when I should be set by, it should be when the ball bounces.
The ball bounces, you should already be fully back and going forward to meet it when it's bounced.
Then what do you want me to call out? Do you want me to call like set yellow, or what do you want me to say?
Let's say set. If you feel set, say set. But you have to be set before, like right before it bounces at least. Both sides, I got like the set for me is the shoulders being back here and turned. If he's set like this, straight, looking at the ball, that's not good. So we got to be back, both sides, shoulders turned before a bounce. Set the racket.
Yellow.
Good. Even earlier with the preparation.
Set yellow.
Good. Nice. There's a high.
Set yellow. That's green. Set yellow.
Good.
Set yellow.
Good. That's good timing now. That looks
Set
easy.
Yellow.
Good. Judge the ball. Wait.
Set yellow.
Good.
Set yellow.
That's better. Couple more.
Set yellow.
Not set in time. We got to get the racket back a little sooner. Come on.
Set yellow.
There we go. Two more.
Set yellow.
There we go. Last one.
Set yellow.
Okay.
Ooh.
Tough,
This is tiring. Why do you guys choose to play this sport?
Physically, it's tough.
Just hitting a few forehands is this tiring?
It's that tiring, yeah. You'll see once you play a few hours of tennis, your cardio just goes sky high to the roof.
That's
it's like,
crazy.
It's probably one of the better workouts just because you're burning a lot of calories and you're getting a really tough session. You're using all your body there, right?
Yeah.
But how'd that feel in terms of when you're trying to think the cues, setting the racket to the bounce? Was it feeling a little easier to time?
Yes, and it gives me actually time to swing now.
It gives you time to swing,
Yeah.
which is the biggest thing, right? Because when we get the racket back here, this is the most important part, is that we start that swing a little earlier so we can meet the ball in front of our body.
Yeah.
If we keep meeting the ball late and jamming, we're not gonna get much better.
And one thing I realized is obviously the most ideal situation is we're not running and hitting at the same time.
No, it's really important that you notice that, right? Because a lot of people make that mistake. They run, hit, and they run, prepare last second.
Yes.
So if we can do a good job of preparing our racket with the movement, we're gonna be in a much better position to balance and hit the ball earlier.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that easy? Well, we know we don't want to do the reds. We want to do the yellows, and the greens is just know it's there, but we probably can't execute it, right?
The greens are a little bit more
At what level
professional.
should people start practicing greens?
Greens, I would say at least a couple years into playing, you gotta be,
What competitive level?
what competitive level? I would say close to a 5-0 open player is gonna be trying to hit some greens.
That's like pretty competitive, right?
Pretty competitive. When we're beginning tennis, the most important thing is at the peak. Even the higher levels, the majority of shots, I'd say at least 80% is at the peak.
So we just learned the 3 positions in tennis, 2 of which we probably don't want to use, but it's nice to know it's there. We mainly want to maximize this use of our yellow position. If anything, I think we should rename the yellow to green. Is this a you naming thing, or this is how it's commonly named?
This was me naming it actually, just because I was thinking red, yellow, green, but you're right. Green is probably the main one because we want to hit green most of the time. So the green is the peak, and we want to hit majority of the time at the green.
Right.
If we're hitting that red, or we're hitting
Other red?
Other red, the 2 reds, we're struggling with our shot.
If you guys enjoy this lesson, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out our next video over here. Okay.